What's up, Taurus? This is Jesse with 44 Astro with a general tarot reading for the full moon coming up in Pisces on August 30th and 31st. This full moon will be a super blue moon. A blue moon means two full moons in a single month, so it's rare. Once in a blue moon, the saying, so it's rare. It being a super moon means it's 14% bigger in the sky because it is in perigee with the Earth. Because it has an elliptical orbit around the Earth, at certain points in that elliptical orbit, it will be closer to Earth than others. So it is as close to Earth as it can get, so we will feel it more. It will also be conjunct Saturn. The conjunction will begin in Aquarius, and it will go into Pisces. The moon will be full at 7 degrees Pisces, 7 degrees and 43 seconds, and it'll be at 9:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The mansion of the moon will be Alfarg Altani. I'll put a picture of it here and what it's about. It's a good time for healing. It's a good time for commerce, like making money. It's a bad time for travel or building anything. It's good for gardening. You can read about it. This alignment is going to be really strong because Saturn is also as close to the Earth in his elliptical orbit as he can get, and Saturn is a bad planet. And he'll be touching the moon, so that's our inner world. But that conjunction will also be opposite the sun. Here we go. The sun is our outer world, our mission in life. So secrets will be brought to light. Healing, maybe ailments will come to light. Things that are in your body that are ailing you in some way, because Saturn can be sickness. And it may be brought to light. It could be anything in your inner world psychological. You may learn about it, bring it to light, and heal it. Because it's going to be in Pisces and Virgo, healing is the name of the game. Those two houses and those two signs are associated with healing or your service in some way. Saturn will test the boundaries of your inner world and your outer world. Pisces is also about secret enemies. It's also about loss. So those things can occur with Saturn being around because he's around about restrictions. So loss could also be the name of the game. But because of the mansion and the moon, and it being in Virgo and Pisces, looks like healing will be a big deal. The moon can also represent the mother. So you may learn that your mother has an ailment, but it will almost certainly be healed because it's going to be brought to light by the sun. Saturn can represent death, so let's hope that doesn't happen, but it is possible, so I must mention it. One of the best ways to deal with this energy is by fasting. The yogis have something called Ekadashi. It's when they fast for around 4 days, 3 days before the full moon and the day of the full moon. And the new moon, they do the same thing, but 3 days before and the day of, because according to yogic tradition, within the cycle of the human being and their digestive system, every 40 to 48 days, an individual has a day where they don't need to eat. And this is when you have a tune-up of your digestive system. You don't eat, and then your system catches up, essentially. And it's good for healing. Yogis are so and well tuned with the cycles of the universe and within themselves that they automatically know when this day is, and they can just fast on that day. But for the average person like you and me, we do Ekadashi, which is we do it for around 4 days around the full moon and the new moon because it's going to fall within those days somewhere. And unless you're superly aligned with the cosmos, you're not going to know exactly when that day is. Though I imagine most of us have had those days where we feel like we just don't want to eat. That's probably the day that we don't really need to eat. And it's probably like our body telling us, hey, this is the day and that you don't need to eat. But anyway, this is going to be a powerful alignment. It's going to be all about healing. As far as for Taurus, I'm only Taurus ascendant because your ascendant, the degree of your descendant is ascendant, like where the hour you were born, and you want to know within minutes. That's where your houses will start, 1st through 12. And for Taurus, the houses will be the 11th and the 10th, the 11th or the 10th. So 11th house is the community at large, your place within the social community, your social circle sphere. So it may have something to do with that, with this alignment. And if it's your 10th house, it's going to have to do with your vocation, your actual work. So there's going to be some kind of test of boundaries, some kind of challenging situation or something coming to light at work, or something coming to light within your own social circle and sphere. Secrets coming to light, some kind of healing, these types of things. You may find that maybe a friend isn't such a good friend, like a secret enemy coming to light. And it also could just be some type of healing within a friendship or friendships. Generally, it's going to be like a group at large. So some kind of healing taking place in a community of some sort. But I would say the healing is definitely the name of the game. Internal world with the external world. And with all that being said, that's just kind of the basic astrology. I'm only mentioning this so heavily. That was the card right there. Ooh, luck is on your side. Because this is going to be very close to the Earth. So we're going to really feel it. And Saturn is a really rough planet. And the moon is kind of our like transmitter to our inner world. And with it being in Pisces, it's going to be like our unconscious world talking to us. So you got luck is on your side for your overall energy for this. This is a good card to have with this powerful energy coming up. No doubt about it. The question of the current situation is looks like you're asking about a victory in a situation. Some sudden situation that occurred. Looks like something that happened suddenly with the Tower, the Six of Rods, and the Four of Cups. So it's like you're not seeing the results of something. Like maybe you won or something suddenly happened and you're asking about whether you're going to win this situation because you're not seeing what you thought was going to be the result. I wonder what the situation is. It's a question about it. Looks like it probably has something to do with money. The current path looks like happy home, moving forward with emotional happiness, and the Ace of Pentacles. So if it's some kind of sudden change in work or some sudden change in your financial situation, I think you're going to be fine. Looks like new money. Looks like happy home, celebration of some sort. And it could, it's going to make you happy. You're moving forward emotionally. I mean, the current situation could be that something happens suddenly, like some sudden change, and it's like you're kind of refusing to see it. Or you're looking at it like a victory. You're not letting it get you down. Like you're like, hey, this is a good thing. I'm not going to see it as a negative situation. And honestly, with this moon, what's going on, definitely could be. But it looks like the path you're on has celebration, happy home, grounded roots and things. You could be partnered with a water sign individual, or a water sign individual can be close to you. You could work with a water sign individual, could be a business partner of some sort. But it looks like you're starting on a new financial journey for sure. That's what it seems to be about, big money. You're looking for some kind of sudden victory, and you don't feel like you're seeing it. I'm saying luck is on your side, though. Could be like a sudden windfall of money for some of you for some reason. I mean, it could be something like with luck on your side up there, new moon in Sagittarius. This is another path you can choose. So if this looks like it has to do with breaking tradition. Like it's a broken heart, right? But you have the Hierophant here. So, it could be a divorce because you have heartbreak and the Hierophant. That's a different path, though. And with the Three of Rods there, it's like Lord of Established Strength is what this is. This is like, look at what's behind me, what I've done. It's all fruitful and good, and I'm staring at this barren wasteland waiting to conquer the next thing. I think on this path, whatever this sudden situation is that like collapsed or changed, you're not letting it bother you. You're just like, okay, it needed to change. That's a good mentality to have. And somehow it's going to lead you to big money. This other path is like you letting it get to you in some way. It could have to do with like a job, like if you worked for a big company in some way, or for something you do socially, like social media, on this other path. But it could be breaking tradition. Like it's some way you're stepping out of the box, doing something different over here. And it's like, some people aren't necessarily going to like it because you're doing it a different way or your own way. We'll have to get some clarifiers on both of these paths. The path you're on looks good, though. I wouldn't necessarily. I think whatever the situation is, even if it seems ugly, like some sudden drastic change, the ending of something, even if something like happens to your house, like you get struck by lightning or like a windstorm or anything like that, and it could be something like that. This is looking like it definitely, because we're having a lot of crazy weather around the world. We're having a lot of wildfires and things are happening, hurricanes or tropical storms are hitting California. That's very odd. And it's looking like you you're not letting it bother you because like maybe the insurance money's coming. Like luck is on your side. You're going to get like a big payoff of insurance somehow. And on this path, it's like, heartbreak. And, the insurance companies, you're just waiting. So, yeah, I mean, it definitely could be something like that. It's very specific, but it definitely could be. Could definitely be something along those lines. Something to do with property. Something getting damaged in some way. The advice is just basically kind of saying prepare. Don't be blind to the situation. Don't, definitely make a decision and choose what you want to do with the situation, whether you're trying to like rebuild it and live in it, or maybe if it's, rebuild it and sell it or rent it out or something like that. It could be like rental property or something like that. It's basically saying, make your choice. Whatever you're doing here, you need to decide if you're going to invest or you're not. I mean, luck's on your side. So you're doing good here. And it's saying nurture it, right? And this could be you, for sure. And it's saying nurture what it is that you're, don't be blind. Prepare. And if you're going to prepare, make sure you make a decision. Don't be blind to everything. Make sure you see everything. Cross the T's, dot the I's, look at the paperwork. If it has something to do with paperwork, so it's, and I'd say Tauruses are very good at this, very meticulous nature most of the time, especially if you're heavy Taurus. So yeah, look, nurture it, look at it. Looks like it all has to do with money, something to do with money. I don't really see work cards, so it looks like the money is from something else. Like I said, it could be insurance claim. It could be a lawsuit. I don't really see anything with lawsuits either, so it really kind of looks like an insurance claim in some way. I mean, the Hierophant you could argue in some way could be something like that. This is the outcome. This is generosity. He's offering a pinnacle, 3 of Pentacles. Okay, there's the work card. I'm saying there ain't no work card. And new work. So, okay, it definitely could be with work. Maybe you suddenly lost your job for some reason, or your company collapsed in some way, or whatever you were doing to make money. For whatever reason, you have to change, or you have to do it in a different way. And this could say, you may be saying, am I going to be successful after this drastic sudden change because I'm not seeing it right now. But this is saying that luck's on your side. And this is saying it's going to be all good. It really looks like it could have something to do with a home. Like something happened to your home, a change in your home in some way, something drastic. Because you have home cards here. I mean, the towers, it could be a building literally being struck by lightning or, being broken down in some way. It could also be, right there, it could be traditions in some way. It could be a relationship. Yeah, it could be something to do with both. It could be a relationship as well, because you have the Lovers on the tower. It's like, a sudden change in a happy home. Because you have the Ten of Cups, too, which is satiety. That's like, that's having it all, right? And that's a message. Come on. Get the Lovers, the Ten of Cups, and the Princess of Swords. I don't want to focus on these little cards. So the Tower, I mean, it's a sudden change in your love life, maybe. Or maybe your home life, your family. Or something that you love to do. And you're asking about that. You love to do it. It makes you feel totally fulfilled. And it's like you want some kind of message about it. Or if it's, your family home. Something happened to your home. But, I mean, definitely could be love, too. It could be a sudden change in your love because, the Lover's on the tower. I mean, I was clarifying the tower. So it could be something to do with your love, like some kind of drastic change in your family home, whatever that may be. And over here, you're heartbroken. And it could be loss of a marriage. It's definitely a possible thing. Or a divorce in some way. Or a change in the marriage in some way. And over here, it's happy home. And it could be like, with whatever this drastic change is, do you want to make it work or do you not want to make it work? It looks like the path you're on, you want to make it work. Oop, right there. I'm curious what the heartbreak is. Judgment. Work. And then now it's screaming work again. This is interesting because it's screaming either workplace. It could be that you loved your work. It could be you met someone that you love at work and that's complicating your job, like conflict of interest type thing. This is on the heartbreak card, the You got the oppression, which the Lord of Oppression, which is the Ten of Rods, which it could be argued as work. The Aeon, which is final judgment, and then victory, which is the Six of Rods. So some kind of victory. I mean, you have the Six of Rods again. Could be you won in a divorce, or you won in some case involving your home, your family home. Something that you built, that you loved, in some way was stricken down or changed, and it wasn't done in the right way, or you don't feel it was just justified the way it was done, and maybe you brought it to court or to the insurance company. You're like, yo, I need to get paid. And the final judgment's in your favor, so it definitely could be, again, that could also be divorce, right? Because, the Aeon is, the final judgment. So that could be a judgment in a court case with the Hierophant and the judgment there, or the heartbreak. Something happened, some kind of separation. Could be with a loved one. Doesn't have to necessarily be your spouse, but it could be your spouse. And there's some kind of legal situation happening if you choose that path over there. But if that's the case, you're going to win because you have the victory card twice. Oh, right there. Kind of curious what this path means. So, yeah. Interference with it kind of makes it unusual. It's like the path that you're on, you have the Ace of Cups, so that can only be taken as cup overflow with very good energy. But you have interference here, which is the Eight of Swords with the Hermit. It's like you want to have happy home. You want to have either this new relationship or you want to keep your relationship going because you're comfortable in it, but there's some kind of interference. And it's not letting you live this kind of life. One that's like my home, my family. I just want to be calm and together. And there could be that it's interference. Whatever this sudden situation is, you feel like it's an interference with your emotional life and your inner world. Like it's trying to upset you. But it doesn't look like you're letting it happen on that path at all. And like I said, luck is on your side. Which with this alignment, you're going to need it. Everybody's going to need it. I think it's just going to be really heavy for most of us. I don't think it's going to be anything too crazy. For the few of us, it will. And I've already been feeling the energy, and it's not even really aligned yet. And I've been feeling it. Like little things happening in my life here trying to perturb me. Little things going wrong, that type of thing. But I mean, I always just jump on them and fix them. Because that's what Saturn wants. He wants you to take care of business. Oh, right there. What are you battening down the hatches for? There's the Hierophant again. Maybe you're breaking tradition in some way. But it's saying batten down the hatches. Maybe it's saying get insurance, Maybe insure your work in some way, or you are saying work for this big company because you have the Three of Pentacles with the Hierophant and the Two of Rods. It could be new work. I mean, with the Ace of Pentacles there, it definitely could be new work. Like you're leaving a job in some way. Maybe you're leaving the job. Maybe you're terminated illegally and you're trying to get, workers' comp. Or like, well, that'd be injury, but or you're trying to get like unemployment or something like that. You're going to get it for sure if you go that route. But then you have to kind of start a new job. And it's saying like batten down the hatches prepare because you may be working for a large group. Or a different group in some way, or you maybe it's social media too. Maybe you're wanting to start your own business. It's like a manifestation in your own works on a large scale, which would suggest something like that. It's something that your work that you're going to do for work that's going to reach a lot of individuals. And there's so many work cards here, so many money cards. The way you make money is going to reach a lot of individuals, and that's what it's saying over here. Like, you may want to live this kind of serene, peaceful life away from things like in a hermit, but that's going to be interfered with. Like, it may be what you want to be kind of just, I just want to be calm. I want to be at home. I want to be happy. I like my comfortable situation that I built. I wanted to come, so we're going to stop right there. Those three cards are right there. That's good. Yeah, but I think that the universe at large is not going to let you. And that's the thing with Saturn. It's going to test our boundaries. So, and with the sun there, it's like getting in the spotlight. So it may be that you're calm and you don't really want that kind of attention or spotlight, but I don't think you're going to have a choice. It looks like it's coming for you. Or at least whatever work. It may not necessarily be that you're renowned for the work, but the work that you're going to do is going to make you a lot of money. It's going to reach a lot of people. And that's really what it feels like. Because the last three cards on, the generosity and the work, it's all Pentacle cards at the end, so it's all money. And then you get the Ten of Pentacles with it, which is wealth. You have the Luxury card, which is the Four of Cups, and this is called Luxury. It's another grounded card. And then, maybe, and if it is a relationship, I said it could be a water sign that you're getting with. Maybe you're leaving someone for a water sign, and, there they are. All right? There they are again, Knight of Cups. Or it's making you happy. And it could be a water sign that you're involved with in some way. And, it could just be love came out of nowhere. Suddenly. Boom. And it's like, whoa, out of nowhere. But this is going to interfere with the way I've lived my life so far. It could even interfere with the current situation that you're in. Maybe you have another boyfriend or girlfriend or another husband or wife, and you're like, oh, well, this is about to change everything. I really like this individual. It's really flying off the hinges. And maybe this individual is really well off, or it's somebody that you met at work. But it could just be someone that you just met and you're single, and you're like, whoa, I'm taken over by this. And it's going to be, you're going to combine forces, or it could be a business partner. You combine forces and you make lots of money, and it's probably with a water sign. Or becomes your lover as well as someone that you're making lots of money with. It could be you work together and your lovers. There's nothing wrong with that, especially if it's your own business. Because it looks like love and money is all intertwined here, or love and work. It looks like, it could definitely be marriage too. It could be something you didn't see coming. It's like marriage, like a proposal. Maybe it happened really fast. And you're debating, it's like, man, I don't know if I want to accept this proposal. It's happening so fast. Tauruses like to be really meticulous and like go over all the details before they like make a decision. Like pressuring a Taurus into something is never good, ever. I'm married to one, been with my wife for 21 years. Do not rush her. Do not. She's a Taurus sun. Do not rush her. Let her take care of the details. Otherwise, she's just going to get frustrated and stop. You get out of the way and let her do it her way. And there's nothing wrong with that. And me with being I'm a Scorpio, Sag. I'm double Sag. I'm like, boom, 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 boom. We got to get it done now. So, like, we balance each other a lot in that way. So if it's a new opportunity money that's going to make you emotionally fulfilled, it's going to be a very profitable love life, money and love life together. It could be a marriage proposal. It could be a divorce that led into another marriage proposal, but it's something you need to nurture. And that could be what this decision is. You could be picking multiple individuals. Maybe you have multiple individuals you can pick from, as far as like, but if you're gonna pick the one that's got the most money, or the one that seems that there's something that's gonna be material there for you as well, because it's gonna work out for you, and it's gonna fulfill you not only materially but emotionally as well, because it's all here. Well, for this rough alignment, Taurus, you're gonna have it pretty good. I can already tell you. Luck is on your side. If you don't know how to look up your natal chart to find your ascendant or find what's strong in your chart, I will link my natal chart tutorial video in the description. It goes over my natal chart, but my natal chart's an easy one to read. It'll teach you how to look up your natal chart to get your ascendant, sun, and moon. And it'll also explain the houses and what's strongest in a chart, or how to find what's strongest in a chart, so you know what signs to watch. Because it's not always your sun, moon, and ascendant that's going to be the strongest thing. Anyway, with that being said, please consider subscribing, and leaving a comment. If you don't want to do that, I'm still grateful for the view, and I'm grateful that you're here. But we're trying to build that sub count so I can make more content and invest more into this. I've already invested some money into it. I'm not making anything off of it, just in video editing software. But anyway, Taurus, thanks for being here. Have a happy full moon.